Hey friends, it's Coco, and guess where I'm recording at today? This episode of Coco's Corner, it's actually my bedroom. I just got done drying my hair. I meant to do it while I was doing my makeup, but good news is I have not done my makeup yet. I'm not really going to. I think I'm going to run a quick errand this afternoon, maybe, fingers crossed. Actually, I have to because my kids remember everything. We were watching a video earlier today, and Miss Rachel, we love Miss Rachel on YouTube, and she had some butterfly wings, and we all know, like, Dollar Tree has those things. I've also never taken the twins to Dollar Tree alone. So, I'm in my bedroom pumping myself up while they're squeezing out the last, let's see, maybe 30 minutes to a nap. My twins do still nap. I'm thankful for that. My other twin moms, like, their twins are not napping. So I am thankful for that because it gives me some time. Well, today I took a shower. I was going to take a nap, and I was like, chick, you need to wash your hair. Was getting so wild. Actually blow dried it. Not that it matters. Again, because I'm going to run an errand and my anxiety is going to kick up to level 50 billion and I'll get all sweaty. So if you see me looking like a drowned rat, it's because I'm in public with my twins. So now you know. The twins are attending Mother's Day out. So they go Tuesdays and Thursdays to Little Sprouts. I cannot recommend Megan's program at Little Sprouts enough. The twins started going at 6 months old, and then they took a break. They went over to First Baptist. They also have incredible school, incredible program, 5 days a week. But if I'm being honest, Mom, things they don't tell you at the baby shower is be prepared for how much childcare cost. And with twins, it was a mortgage. Okay. And when I was working full time, it made sense, right? And then I took 6 months to figure out, well, whatever that was, and I'm feeling a lot better, by the way. It's been since March that I've taken any kind of medication for my anxiety and depression. And I know so many people have so many things to say about that, but listen, friend, just support your people where they're at. Just support your friends where they're at. I'm a fixer. And so I'm learning how just to send a text and just let them know that I'm there for them. I'm thinking of them. And just to be there for them in their decisions. So I was thinking about that yesterday, and my garden made me think about that. There's been such an incredible feeling when I go to the garden and I see that actual fruit freaking grow. Like, oh my gosh. And eating the cucumbers that actually grew and didn't over-ripen. Although now I have taste an over-ripened cucumber. And the skin is it's so bitter. I can't even describe it. It's like, ooh. Like, you remember the stuff you used to put on your fingernails so you wouldn't bite them? Like that, like, that's what it tastes like, that bitter taste. And that was an accidental surprise tasting that. I thought I got rid of them. Anyways, so growing the cucumbers. But what I think I wanted to share this afternoon, if I get my thoughts together now, I'm thinking of 45 other things. Welcome to my brain. Also, if you walk into my kitchen right now, every single cabinet is open. Okay? It's so bad. I learned a little saying on TikTok, don't put it down, put it away. That is my mantra. Maybe it should be, don't leave it open, close it. Y'all, like, even the mayonnaise jar, like, it is so bad for me. I don't know why I just can't finish a simple task, but I'm learning a lot about myself on TikTok. Is that weird? There's so many cool, like, handy dandy things. I've been sharing a lot about my gardening journey. And listen, I just devoured the fruits of my labor when it comes to a cantaloupe. And y'all, there is such this amazing pride and joy from growing your own fruits and vegetables. Now listen, is my family going to survive on 4 baseball-sized cantaloupes? No. and maybe a jar of Asian pickled cucumbers? No, but that's not the point. For me, and when I realized, and I shared this on TikTok, was that planting that garden was in such a weird, fuzzy part of my life. This was just 6 months ago. Nobody really talks about the transition of working into being a full-time stay-at-home mom who had an amazing career, but also just knew that she needed to be home, so nobody really talks about that. And there's so many untapped feelings and weird struggles and self-worth and things that you shouldn't hang your hat on, but they totally do. So just be prepared if you're going to be making that decision to be a stay-at-home mom. There are so many freaking rewards, but just be prepared for the grieving part. And I wasn't. Like, you really have to grieve that part. But me doing this podcast keeps a little bit of it alive. Doing the podcast with Liz, the Beachy Mamas, and just recently really started diving in, helping being a contributor with the Coastal Mom Collective, which is so great. And if you listen to Beachy Mamas, you can hear how Liz and I even met, which was in January. So, and I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but just like my toddlers, they will go kicking and screaming, right? There's so many parallels of, like, I tell my kids all day long, like, bro, I got this. Don't worry. God's got this. Don't worry. Right, Coco? But I don't think about that in the moment. I think all hell's breaking loose. Woe is me. The end of the world's near. How are we going to do this? Oh my gosh. But for some reason, spending time out in that garden, time stopped. It felt right. It felt good. I just felt like there was something that I should be getting up for. Yes, my kids. Of course, I'll always get up for my kids. You can ask anybody with anxiety and depression. That's the one thing that gets us up. Even though when you say that we're not depressed, to me, I told my counselor, she's like, you can answer no on every single questionnaire. But when you say the reason why you're getting up is for your kids and nothing else, you're depressed. Which is hard to admit, because so many wonderful things are happening. And I'm in a great place in my life at this moment. At this very moment right now, things are great. Things are so good. I'm about to go to Dollar Tree and get my beautiful miracle daughter some butterfly wings so that she can be an imaginary fairy and dance around on her twinkle tippy toes, which now has me in fear that now her calf muscles aren't developing because now I'm on the wrong side of TikTok. But I guess the message is like, recognize that where you are is good and that you are growing. You're not doing the same crap you were doing yesterday. I mean, maybe I am. But there's wiggle room. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like, no matter how many times you're getting up, your resilience. And when I heard that today, I was like, you know what? Damn it, that's a good reminder. I am resilient. We just don't think about it at the time. We don't think we're resilient. It takes somebody else to remind us. So maybe today I'll be that reminder. My person that's been reminding me right now is, her name is Shauna Nyquist. And I'm reading a book, well, it's on Audible, called I Guess I Haven't Learned That Yet. Discovering New Ways of Living When the Old Ways Stop Working. And that's where I was at. I had a brand new life and I was clutching, clinging to all the old things that I knew. And all the old people I knew, all the old relationships. And with transitions, all that also changes too. So listening to Shauna just share her experience, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's me. Oh my gosh. And again, that's why you just so encouraged by somebody else, because I know we say this all the time, but it's like a broken record. Like, you're not alone. Somebody else is going through it, and this chick wrote a book. And it's just good. Something else she said today, I was writing notes because I'm going to write a blog for the Coastal Mom Collective. But I had wrote this down. earlier today. I'm scrolling up. Okay, just talking about reimagining the space. So I'm just reimagining like what it looks like now, and it's gonna look different, and like that's totally okay. But when she said reimagine the space, I don't know, just something clicked different for me. Like that garden. Did I ever think I was gonna be able to do that? No, I reimagined that space. I put some work to it. Things started growing. Things started getting ate. I had to get new tools, come up with new ways. I had to learn new ways to do it and teach myself new ways and new tools. That's why doing the garden is just so much bigger than what I thought it was going to be. So now I get it. Now I get why people are plant moms. There is something beautiful about that. When they grow new leaves and they bloom new flowers and they produce new fruit, there's growth. You get to see it. And unfortunately in our lives, we don't get to see that growth all the time. So I constantly feel like I am riding a bicycle in sand. Like I'm literally just at Whitecap, just spinning around in sand, which is also ironic because that's one of my most favorite places to be. You know, like I can be at home with my kids and be at the most favorite place, but it doesn't feel like that in that moment. Which I think we're allowed to do that. Give ourselves some grace. Did you know that's why I named my daughter Grace? Ironic, right? Yeah. That God gives us grace and I should give myself some grace. I'm wearing a tank top that a girlfriend gave me today. It says tough as a mother. That ain't no lie. I'm getting geared up to be tough as a mother so I don't have a panic attack at Dollar Tree, so I can go get my little girl some butterfly wings, and also so thankful I can do that in the freaking middle of the day. I'm so thankful and proud of the growth that I've been doing because it's hard to put the hard work in. It's also hard to stay consistent. Think about what you can do that can be like, and not your kids, right? Not your kids, but like, is it a plant? You know, is it an art project? Is it you putting a puzzle together? Is it you finding something that you can spend a little time with? And doing the garden and going out in the morning has been that for me. And I didn't think it would bring such a cool, proud, awesome feeling. I had no idea. I learned how to do something new. And I stuck with it even though it sucked at times because some kind of freaking animal was coming and getting them. But damn, the fruit is sweet. It's tender and it's delicious. And life is sweet, tender, and delicious. And we just put so much freaking pressure on ourselves. And I know that about myself. And that's what I mean, like just the transition of just being a balls to the walls career woman, thinking that's where I needed to be and what I need to do, and just hung on it so freaking bad. It's almost embarrassing that I think about it, but I killed it. I was great at it. I was just so lost. I didn't know. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Just like, it's just a transition. And it's looking better. It's like March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, damn, 6 months in, we better be having some sort of freaking change. I am looking forward to this fall season, though. I think that's what's great about the changing of the seasons. I'm looking forward to this fall season with the twins. Gosh, they're going to be 4 this December. Lots of fun, great things. I'm also not stressing to have to buy party supplies for all the holiday parties. I mean, they're going to have stuff at Mother's Day out, but I don't know. I guess this is just to encourage myself and you that there's growth, even though you don't see it. and that you're resilient, and that you're tough as a mother, friend. I'm going to be chatting soon with, I believe, the YMCA. I'm looking at getting a family membership over there, so the twins can chill. And I love just seeing what the community, what the YMCA is doing with the Coastal Bend, and it's always important to give back. So I just think it's going to be cool to check that out and see what's happening. I also had a blast recording with the Aurora Arts Theater. That was so fun. If you have not caught a show, really quickly, I also got to interview the Aurora Arts Theater last week. I got to interview Peter. He plays Zach in a chorus line. P.S. Confession, I finally saw some pieces of the chorus line movie over the weekend. And the cast at Aurora is killing it. Killing! So they have a couple of shows left of that. And then, of course, we're getting ready for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But it was so fun just to get local again. And I missed that. So I'm looking forward to getting out in the community. I believe the next person I'll be having on my podcast, hopefully soon, is going to be Gwen with the YMCA. So I have a couple of questions for her. And let's dive in on what they're doing in the community and how your family can get involved. And you know how important it is or how I feel about moving your body. And it's been difficult being here at the house, working out with them. Also, my knee injury is just flaring up. I actually canceled my Peloton membership today, this morning. Sometime I canceled it. Maybe last night. I rode a couple of days last week and it jacked my knee like it hurts just to walk regularly. And I had an MRI last year and it's just bone on bone. Like there ain't no cartilage. You can see straight through it. So if you have $7,000, you can holler at me and I'll go get an injection. That'd be amazing. Until then, you'll see me doing water Zumba, water aerobics with the seniors at the YMCA, and I am here for it. I appreciate you listening. Again, my goal is just always to be vulnerable, real, and encourage you, and just sharing, not everything is unicorn and ponies. Not everything is an Instagram picture. Not everything's filtered, right? I'm not bringing you that life. I'm not. I'm bringing you the real. And that it gets better, it has to, right? It has to. But you have to be willing to put in the work. And I'm a brat. And sometimes I just don't want to do it. So I got to parent myself like you parent your kids. I have your best interest for you, honey. I love you. This is only going to be a temporary painful moment because I know you don't want to do it, right? And they begrudgingly do it. And they get it done. And afterwards, everybody has a smile on their face. Yeah. So basically, I'm parenting me and three-year-old twins. We got this. All right, you resilient mama. Thanks for listening, friend. Now I'm going to take myself to the Dollar Tree. Wish me luck.